Many of you have been seeing my puff pastry creations lately, and a lot of you have been asking, so Corrine, what do you prefer, fresh or frozen, if you have the option? Well, that's a very good question, and that's what we're going to explore today. So stick with me and we'll go through the whole process of fresh or frozen puff pastry, which is better. Okay, so now we're going to go look for our frozen puff pastry. They can be in different places. Usually it's kind of in the breakfast section and with bread, so I'm going to start there. I might have to grab ice cream on the way too. Okay, I've managed to avoid the ice cream department. Let's see what we have here. Texas toast, garlic knots, more bread, more bread. I see nothing. Oh, let's see. More pastries. I'm not doing so well here, folks. Oh, it's not on the top shelf as usual. It's down here on the bottom shelf. See? We got puff pastry sheets by Pepperidge Farm. Let's grab a box of those. Got that. Next. So you may not know this, but there's another place in a lot of stores that you can find our puff pastry, and that would be in the refrigerator section. See where we got all the ready to bake things? Down here, you can take a look, and there is a package of refrigerated puff pastry, okay? So we're gonna get one of those too, because I'm gonna show you the difference between the two, and we'll probably go ahead and bake our tomato tarts with both varieties, just so you see how it turns out. Just as promised, I have two types of puff pastry. I have the refrigerator kind and I have the frozen kind. You're probably more used to the frozen kind. This is actually kind of a, I wouldn't say new invention, but it's newly available, and I'm going to show you what the differences are and why you might want to choose one over another. So let's talk pros and cons. As I said, frozen, you're probably quite familiar with that if you are used to mainstream puff pastry. And then here's a roll of fresh. So with this one, we're going to open up the puff pastry. And out comes two paper-wrapped sheets of puff pastry. In fact, let me just prove it to you. I'm going to cut this open. And voila, two sheets of puff pastry, and they have a little extra paper in them, but you'll see they're pretty frozen. On the other hand, the refrigerated one, also wrapped in paper, but it's rolled, and it is soft. Okay, so this one is ready to bake. This one is not. I have to wait about 45 minutes, depending on the temperature, for this one to be ready. Well, it's been about 20 minutes since I've been doing the defrosting the puff pastry, and guess what? Still hard as a rock, so I guess we'll wait a little longer. My first sheet of puff pastry is getting a little bit thawed. You can feel it's getting a little sticky, so I'm gonna go ahead and unroll it, unfold it a little bit, so that it can thaw a little faster. You got to be careful when you're doing this with somewhat frozen piece, if it's not completely thawed, because you see how we have these lines here where the folds are? If you're not careful, you can actually tear or break that, and that's one of the things that I think is a little bit complicating when you use this. And also, I'm going to have to roll this out before we work with it, because I want to try to get these seams away. I'm going to start rolling out my first puff pastry. And because I don't have a parchment or anything to roll it on, I'm going to go ahead and dust my rolling pin with a little bit of flour. I don't want things sticking. But you see, I'm still using the papers that it came with as the under part for rolling. And I'm just trying to get it a little bit thinner, and I want these seams to go away. So anytime I can go ahead and rotate this and push on it a little more, and you see it gets a little bit bigger. Now, I'm going to bring out the refrigerated one, and we'll do the same thing. It's very important that you keep your puff pastry cold when you're not working with it. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the fridge and get out the other one and roll that too. So here now is my refrigerated version, and it's been in the fridge cooling its little jets, waiting for its turn to shine. And you'll notice it's rolled on its own parchment. So guess what? I don't have any of those lines. It's ready to go. I don't have to wait. And all I have to do now is, I could, if I wanted to, I could roll it out a little bit more with my rolling pin, but I don't have to. At this point, I could just start cutting and shaping. So that's pretty cool, right? In fact, why don't we go ahead and do that since this one's ready? So one more cool benefit of this particular brand of fresh is that it came, as I showed you, rolled in its own parchment. So all I have to do for baking is cut it to size for my baking sheet and then put the pastry on there, and it's ready to go. So I'm ready to start assembling it. Here's the pan for the second one, the frozen puff pastry. And because we didn't have a parchment, and I can't really bake very well on the papers they came in, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a little piece of parchment in my baking sheet. And then I'm gonna put my pastries, transfer my pastries over. So here are my 4 pastries. And remember, I did put them on the paper, and I have kept them cold, but as you can see, they're sticking a little bit as I'm trying to pull them off their little paper. It's okay, we'll put them back to shape. Nothing fatal. There we go. I did keep them cold. You know, that's part of the thing. As it warms up, they just get stickier. So now both trays are ready. I'm gonna pop them in a 425-degree oven, and we'll come check on them in about 10 minutes. Ready for the moment of truth? 2 different treatments of puff pastry. Here's the first one. And here's the second one. I find this kind of interesting. So do you have any guesses which one is the refrigerated versus the frozen? I would have said this one is the refrigerated. But this one actually is the frozen, but it's one that I didn't roll at all. I didn't touch it. I just cut it in half, and there it is. And I'm going to show you how puffy it got. Okay, take a look at this on the side. This is just really, really puffy, right? It's beautiful. The refrigerated one, on the other hand, even though I kept it cold, this is all we got out of it. I mean, that's it. I don't know. I had a couple more pieces. These were the ones that were frozen, but I ended up rolling them a little bit, and they're kind of puffy. They're actually puffier than the refrigerated one. So I don't know. I think the next test is just take a piece of puff pastry, frozen versus refrigerated. We'll bake them both up under similar circumstances, and we'll see what we've got.